I'm still having issues with David Makinwa joining, and I'm wondering why. It's saying David Makinwa is unable to join. Can you accept the request? David, please accept the request. I'm so sorry, Miss Blessing. I've sent another request to Mr. David. Hi, I am Stephen. We're having technical issues. Uh, can Mr. David please accept our invites? Mr. David, please can you give us a feedback on what's happening? I'm waiting on Mr. David. It's becoming an issue. Okay, can you hear me now? I'm sorry, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, I'm actually having a technical issue with Mr. David and is unable to join. If anybody does anybody have a solution to it? Like, what do you think I can do to make Mr. David join us? I've tried everything. It seems Okay, I want to check something. Let me see if I can invite somebody else and see if the person would actually join. I'm going to accept Mr. Chinedu's just to test this and see if it's actually a problem with Mr. David's phone. Okay, who is this? Is
Okay,
Mr.
it
Chinedu?
actually
That means
works
Mr.
now.
It works. So
Yeah.
I don't know why Mr. David's own is not working.
Thank you for using me as sample.
Thank you for actually giving yourself as a sample. Thank you so much. Can you please go off and let me see if I can try again um to bring Mr.
Do I
David up.
go for? I think you're the one that can take me
Okay.
off.
Mm, let's see. How do we do that? I've done that. Okay, so thank you. Mr. Chinedu, what did you do on your side so that Mr. David can know what to do on his side? Mr. Chinedu, please can you help Mr. David? What did you do to accept? I don't know what to do anymore. Mr. David, all you have to do is to accept my invite, please. Just accept the invite. Thanks, Mr. Chinedu. So, Mr. David, all you have to do is accept my invite, please. Mr. David, we're waiting. Okay, so quickly let me recap what we are here for. We are actually here for business beyond skills, and the topic for today is the small details of leadership in craftsmanship. So the small details that we easily ignore in leadership of craftsmanship, that's what we are supposed to deal with today. Just accept the invite, sir. I sent you an invite. All you have to do is accept it. Have you seen my invite, sir? I'm so sorry for keeping you guys waiting. Have you seen my invite, sir? I'm going to cancel your invite and invite you again. So please accept the invite. Accept it, please. Have you accepted the invite, sir? You're welcome. You, my Gary. I hope I got that right. We're having technical issues with Mr. David, so please bear with me. Please. It's going to be worth your while, I promise. Okay, what's happening? What do we do? It will be strange if I can invite every other person except the guest. Because I don't understand what's happening right now. I just invited you again, sir. Please accept the invite. Thank you. So I said something. I said John C. Maxwell said something. He said, if it's lonely at the top, then you're not doing something right. And that's, I'm talking to leaders right now. If it's lonely at the top, you're not doing something right. The truth is, as a leader, it means you're leading people. And most importantly, you're leading yourself. And if you're not comfortable with the company of yourself, there's actually a problem. However, if you're leading people, then you shouldn't be lonely at the top. You should have people with you that have your belief system, that works with your belief system, that have the same vision as you have, and also see what you see. So it shouldn't be lonely. Then he said something. He said something else. He said, people quit people, not complaints. Now, when people leave organizations, leaders seem to take it personal. Okay, sir, we would wait. Let me know the device you use, please, so that I can add you. So leaders seem to take that personal. We feel like if you leave, then you're leaving me, you're leaving my person, you're leaving all I've invested into you. But that's not true. If you're leaving, people actually leave organizations, they leave companies, not the people. I hope that's understood. The leaders are made, not born. A lot of times when I was growing up, when I see leaders, I feel like this is how they were born. But the truth is, each day we better ourselves. You're not trying to be somebody else, you're trying to be a better version of yourself. We better ourselves. So as leaders, we are made. You work on being made. You read books, you watch other leaders, you take steps that are needed to become better. You take steps that are needed to become an influence, and most importantly, to influence yourself beyond influencing other people. So leaders are made, not born, and we ought to study the greats. But what do you do when the greats are inaccessible? This is one question I would like to ask Mr. Makinwa. Because in this industry, a lot of times leaders are inaccessible. We can't access them. You send a DM, they may not reply you. They are so high up that you feel like, how do I reach this person? So if I'm supposed to study such a person, if I'm supposed to walk in the steps of such a person, how do I do that if I can't access them? So those are one of the questions I would love to ask our guests today while we're waiting for him to connect. Then we ought to stay the course and commit to winning. But what if staying the course and we stay the course and we are failing? That's another thing I would like to ask our guests today. What if we stay the course and it's not working? It's just not working. Take for instance our country right now, Nigeria. A lot of things are tough, and a lot of businesses are closing down. So how do you stay the course in such? Okay, let me send another request. Done, Mr. Makinwa. So how do you stay the course in such situation? So let me tell you about Mr. Makinwa once again. He's the convener of Adjust, a design he's a design thinker. Oh, praise the Lord.
Right.
Praise God. Welcome. So Mr. Makinwa finally has
I don't know
joined
what
us. I know it's not your fault.
was wrong with my phone. Actually, had to
No,
join the system, so I'm so sorry about that.
yes, it's no problem. We're glad that you could join us. So Mr. Makinwa, as I was saying, is a design thinker. He's an erudite scholar with vast experience in organizational capacity assessment and building, and he has written a lot of books. I love the one that is called Amaze Balls because the name is just amazing. So I love that. Then there's Dear Mentor. Dear Mentor is actually a short book that speaks to mentor and just gives little glimpse of like a like a day-to-day note to a mentor. That's how I see it. Like you can wake up in the morning, open the book, and to just say something to you. That's all for the day. You can come the next day. So it's actually an amazing book. It's a short book, and all these books are actually on Amazon. You can get them on Amazon. We have Halfway But Starting. We have Leadership Checkpoint. I think the one you just wrote is Leadership Checkpoint,
Yeah.
right? Yes. So that's the one that he just wrote. And then we have Why Some Leaders Compete with Their Followers, which is a big problem. But let's listen to today's topic from Mr. Makinwa, the small details of leadership, of craftsmanship in our space.
Thank you so much.
So the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Jumoke, for having me. I hope you can hear me clearly.
I can't.
All right. Thank you so much. So this particular topic is quite sensitive because the art of craftsmanship, or you can call it in the Nigerian sector or the Nigerian setting as handiwork. I categorize them as red ocean, the
I'm sorry,
market.
I'm sorry, sir. Your line is breaking.
Okay, is it better now?
No, I mean the audio. Can we all hear him? If every other person can hear you clearly. Can we all hear him clearly? Please comment if you can hear him clearly.
Better now. Is it better now?
Your voice is breaking, sir.
Is it better? I can hear you clearly actually.
Okay, speak, sir. Let's see if we can actually hear you.
Is it better now?
It's not better.
Is it better?
Yes, it's a bit better.
Right. Thank you. Don't anyone can hear me, so I can make adjustments. Feel bad.
It's still bad.
Okay, maybe I should leave it.
Okay, so we're going to wait for Mr. David to come back online. I feel like his phone is having an issue. So please kindly get his books on Amazon.
All right, I'm I'm back. Is it still better?
Awesome. Awesome. We can hear you clearly now.
All right. Thank you. So sorry. Sometimes I wonder I don't have control over this technology.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Thank you. So I'll just go straight to my point today. So in the spirit of craftsmanship, it's a sensitive topic in the sense that we we're operating in the red ocean market. Red ocean is where you have competitors or existing markets operating or in operations already, where there's no disruptive innovation. You improving on what you have already in the market. So it's called red ocean, where you keep competing for. There's a lot of blood. That's why it's called red ocean, where you have sharks and that can eat up any kind of fish. And as long as you're not a shark in that particular market, blood will keep flowing. So I feel the because it's like you're replicating what is already in the market. So you see someone have a skill in shoemaking, and woodwork and what have you. So is you creating whatever his master has. Maybe the best he can do is to make a little improvement based on innovation and material, but there's nothing radical about the market. There's nothing disruptive about the market, and we see people after learning this particular skill, and they come up, they can't even they don't even prosper or have a good business at the end of the day. So now you have to ask yourself the question: is the problem with the skill set or with the leadership sense around the skill set? So number one, the market is a target already. So let's assume you go ahead to learn tailoring or fashion designing, as they call it in the modern as in the class of its own. And do you want to compete with your mentor? Do you want to compete with people that, like, per seconds, people learn this particular skill? So if you are coming out of that market, from that market, you have to have extra skills. You have to do something different, which is most times impossible. You have to have the credibility, the network. You have to have something. Your boss has been in the market for 20 years. They know the in and out of that particular business. So how will you survive? So number one, the system around craftsmanship is even built for you to fail already, because as a learner, you can't even compete with the people. There are some trade secrets that they are not even releasing to you. So I feel this is, thank you for bringing this topic. It's something that we need to talk about, and we don't talk about it. We have vocational training all over the country, and yet it's not working. And the rate of poverty keeps increasing. You see people are frustrated, not because they don't know what they are doing, but because they lack the leadership and the mentorship too. So I would like to call up a very important point, the place of mentorship. Now, one of our problem around craftsmanship is not the skill set. So we do freedom for people because they know how to perform what is expected of them, but we don't do freedom for them to start up a business. They are two different things. So the freedom we do is okay, you know how to do this thing 100%, so you can stand on your own. But there's no freedom from you able to start up your own business. So it's good for whoever is learning a particular trade to know that the freedom you have or the self-worth you have is for a skill set, not to start a business. So that's why you need the place of credibility. You need to the place. So I know about vocational or craftsmanship or apprenticeship. I don't know of this generation, but the generation I came up with I agree in is when you are learning tailoring or trying to make cake or chin chin, they teach you both competence and character. So now people just want to go and learn a particular trade with pen and biro. They'll resume by 9 a.m. They don't open the shop, they don't sweep, there's no character. No, when they shout at you, when they correct you, you feel you paid a particular amount of money, nobody should say nonsense to you. So what people that train you do now is, it's okay, it's not for 6 months. Let's just teach you, can you do this? Can you do this? So Have I fulfilled my own part of the bargain, my own contract? If you say yes, that's all. So people don't just want to learn the skill, they don't want to get character. I know of someone that when she was learning how to sew, tailoring, or fashion designing, they will go to their, they call them Oga. You go and wash in their house, you sweep, you take care of their kids, you send it to the market. Those things look as if is crazy. It looks like slavery. No, they are trying to mold your patience. They are trying to mold your dedication. They are trying to mold your life. They just want to see, make you see life is just beyond skills. Okay, so apart from, so talent is not enough. You need consistency, you need focus, you need dedication. There are times when you start up your own business and you have a family, there are times you need to take your own. So they are trying to, so sometimes you feel, I know these people are slaving us, and no, it's not. They're actually trying to mold your character, you know, and check those people that did tailoring in the 80s, in the 90s. You see, they have both character and competence. They have, so you see people, most craftsmen now, you give them a particular job, they keep posting you, they charge you high, and they don't have integrity. You get, not that they are not good at what they do, but they've never been trained on character. Okay, so leadership is of essence. Skills is not enough. You need to learn character, you need to learn integrity, you need to learn ability to stay on course. So we have people that have skill sets yet not prospering. So we have people, you check our bosses, not that they know how to speak Queen's English, not that they know the job at best, but when they keep a deadline for delivery, they keep to their word. They have integrity. They know when to wake up in the morning, 6 a.m., go to their office, close at night, the extra dedication. But you see, people that learn skills now, they just want to be in the comfort of their house, go to shop by 10 a.m., they just feel everything is automatic. So it's not. So the place of character is of essence. The place of mentorship is of essence. So craftsmanship, skill acquisition is not enough. You need character. Competence is fantastic, but you go nowhere without character. In fact, people with character go farther than people with competence. Yeah, because you can't hire a competent thief. Okay, so as much as you are good, if you lack integrity, nobody wants to deal with you. All right. So that's that. So the first place is mentorship. So your freedom is not from your ability to run a business. Your freedom is your ability to perform a particular task, a particular skill set. So once you're done with learning a skill, please stay behind. Okay, learn the trade, the secret of the business, the trade itself. So apart from your ability to, as a tailor or a fashion designer, to cut the clothes, to measure, you can do that amazingly, right? But you can't run a business yet. You must understand that. So we should even have two skill sets. Number one, learn the trade. Number two, learn the skills. The skills, then the trade. The skills, that's why I like the Igbo apprenticeship. Okay, where you learn for 6 years. So the ability, you're not just learning the secrets of the trade, you are learning the skill sets. They are linking you to network, the vendors. Sometimes you go to market to get the material for yourself. So for the next 6-7 years, you are learning, not just the business. You are learning everything about the business. So, and after you're done, they don't just release you. Okay. So your boss, you can still stay in your boss's house. He will pay for your shop for 2 years. So you don't have issues of costing. You don't have issues of capital. So you can still take goods from your boss and sell. So in the next 5 years, your boss. So it's more of collaboration than. So independence is our problem. Independence is our problem. So we need interdependency. So interdependency is the word. We need collaboration. So the Igbo apprenticeship, let's assume he has 5% of the market shares. What he does to his apprentices, he gives them like 2% and he keeps the 3%. So he introduces to more businesses, more network. He tells you, okay, he says, Chinedu can do this. I give it to Chinedu. Chinedu implement this. And because you're a trusted ally, he goes. So you think you're doing well after graduation. He has paid for your 2 years house office, your shop rent. You maybe still stay in his house, and you come around to eat his wife's food. So for 2 years, no pressure. For 2 years, you are not thinking about capital. For 2 years, you can still you have security. But nowadays, you just, because you have the finance, you just say, oh no, I have the money. You go ahead to get the goods. You go ahead, but there's no network. So I've always said, people, you need credibility in this business of craftsmanship. You are good. So sometimes when we have this business, we have this mindset when we are at our boss's place, customers keep tripping in. You don't know who spoke with them. You don't know how they came. You just feel, this business is moving. My guy made 20 million today. I'm going to open my shop. I know this work better than my boss. I'm sorry, you don't know the work better than your boss. Your boss have credibility that you don't have, okay? And he or she has network that you don't have. So you have $1 million in your account. Your dad said, I'll open shop for you. You have all the materials. You have everything. My brother, my sister, nobody's coming to your shop. It's not magic.
So Mr. Makinwa, now let's speak to the leaders before we speak to the followers. The thing is, for the leaders, how do we teach this credibility and network, especially if they are not staying 6 years? Most times these days, the time frame is like 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. 2 years is becoming a schedule. In fact, it's like, what are you teaching that you are teaching me for 2 years? So how do the leaders lead? A leader that really wants to train based on credibility and wants to share the network and wants to also help in the character. How do they train their followers? How do they train their interns on such short time or without even infringing on their time? Because the world is moving faster than it was moving then. And that's the truth. And not every, sorry to say, this is not a tribe thing, but not every tribe accepts individuals to come and stay for long in their house and just be training and stuff like that. Not everybody does that. Or take, for instance, for me that I'm a wife, I'm training. Even if I was Igbo, I'll now bring them boys to my house to come and be living in my house. How do you think my husband would feel about such? So how do we balance this with the times that we are in now? How do we train without losing that essence, that integrity, character, dedication, credibility, and network? How do we still train it without losing it?
All right, thank you so much. You said you made a valid point. Times have changed, and so we should focus not just on the how, but the why. Why are we going through this process? Times have changed. A normal baby should be given birth to at 9 months. Okay, so if you are giving birth to at 7 months, despite time have changed, you'll be placed in incubation. Okay, so time have changed, but the process have not changed. These are timeless principles. Because time have changed doesn't mean a woman can be pregnant and she give birth in 2 weeks. I don't know how that baby will behave. But I know that baby will not be normal for a very long time, and it will take a lot of effort to bring that baby to normalcy. But there are alternatives. We have where a baby can be incubated, but we still observe the normal process. So maybe the baby. That's why we have surrogates these days, where you have someone carry your seed in their womb, but the process must be observed. So you might not have the privilege of having people stay in your house, or you might have the privilege of having someone monitor them in someone in a particular location. That's the idea of surrogacy. Okay. So if you can't handle them, there's somebody that is not married, there's somebody that has nothing to lose that can accommodate them in his office or at home. So that's the idea of surrogacy. And my upcoming book, Leaders-Led book. I'm trying to affect time and seasons. Okay, in my next book, Leadership Let Go, there's what we call delegate and dissolve. So I've realized that when people, the loophole, the defect in apprenticeship is you keep delegating, but these particular people you are delegating to are not delegating to others. So they can't even learn a complete trade, a complete system. So there's difference between learning and practicing. So delegating is ability to give people to learn, but you are not giving them the ability to practice. So if that's why in Omoishe, there's Omoishe 1, Omoishe 2. Omoishe 1 can tell Omoishe 2 what to do. I call that dissolve. Ability to the delegated has the ability to delegate. Okay, so if something was delegated to you, you have the ability to delegate. I call it the dissolve principle. Ability to let down the chain of authority. So, but what we have here now, we have people that are flat. There's no Moshe 1, there's no Moshe 2. Everybody's equal in the law. I paid money, you paid money. You're not going to send me to go and buy Zobo. You're not going to send me to go and buy material. You're not my boss. Your boss might not always be around. So I've answered the question of time and season. I love the fact, but we can't deceive ourselves. 3 weeks is not enough. We want quick wealth. That's why things are not working for this generation. They are going into depression. They just want everything to be fast. Fast food, you are even advised not to eat fast food always, because there are some things it causes in your body. So it's fast, but it's not effective. We must learn to sit down. There are things that don't just happen fast. It comes with time. People that are asking for experience higher, they will tell you there are some roles, CEOs roles, MDs roles, they will tell you 20 years experience. They don't care wherever you're coming from. They can't just hire somebody that is just coming from NY. No matter how talented you are aiming for disaster. So there are things there are principles. That's why we are getting it all wrong. That's why we're getting depressed. You see somebody they want freedom, but they don't even understand what freedom is. Freedom is not ability to do whatever you like. Freedom is ability to do what is required of you in a particular space. That is freedom. Okay, so because you are free, you want to jump and you don't want to come down again. You're not respecting the principle. So whatever freedom that is not built on a principle is not freedom. It's carelessness. So you just see someone and just want to do 3 weeks and you want to be the best in the market. How? It's not possible. You can learn the skill. That's why I separated it. You can learn the skill, but a successful skill is dependent on a successful business model. So you see some of these guys, they just have the skill. They don't know how they want to. They don't have a mission statement. They don't have system. They don't build it around system. You get. So they are just focused on the product. There's this Robert Kiyosaki BI model. Let me just show you. I wish I can share my screen. So there's this BI triangle and a component of business. If you check the triangle, the first thing you're expected as a business person is mission, nothing else. But in fact, the last thing on that triangle is product. But you see people the reverse is the case. So sometimes in life, you need to have a vision. So you see people with skill sets without vision. You see people with skill sets, good skill sets, without system. So it's like having Makinwa now, with all the physique, the eyes and nose. Imagine someone that don't have a lungs, you don't have a heart. How will you function? So you just have the flesh, you just have the body. There's no system. So you need the lungs, you need the liver, you need the heart, you need everything that makes you function well. So sometimes that's the issue I have with the current system. They teach you craftsmanship, they teach you a particular skill, but they don't teach you how to build a system. They don't teach you how to have vision for. So if we ask those people, the roadside people,
Mr. Makinwa, let me say something. You have to know something to teach something. You have to know to teach. The truth is, most of us in the craftsmanship business do not even have the system to teach. We don't even know what a system is. We don't even understand the business behind the skills. We've been taught the skills, so we are pouring out the skills. But even the business, that's why there's no structural craftsman business in this country as we are speaking. Like there is none that is actually structured, and you know that anybody can apply and grow to be an MD or be a CEO at the end of the day. None, no, none. Or do you know anyone? There is none. So how can we teach this when we don't know it? And I believe this is one of the reasons I started this chat, this live chat, because we need to learn the system. So we know the problem. We know we have problem. I would like you to give us the solution to that problem. Like the 4, 5, 7 people that are here today. Let's all be able to go out there and change the system. Because now we have learned this system, this structure, these small details that is beyond skills. Help us, please.
All right. Thank you so much. So most people. So the number one intention of people going into business, I know it's profit, but it should be people centered. Okay. So the attitude of people, the person's learning goes a long way. Let me explain. So there's what they call leadership. John C. Maxwell, there's what they call leadership triangle, where you become a leader by title. So people accept you based on your position. They have no choice. Then there's a way it translates into relationship. People accept you as a leader, not at the title level, because of the personal relationship we have with them. So there are grades of relationship. Then the next one is as a result of the results you are giving. So the same apply for craftsmanship and our relationship. So we have people, we release trade secrets too. So the number one intention you came to a particular boss, I won't give you a trade secret if I know you are not loyal. I won't help you if I know you are going to hurt me. So, and loyalty can only be understood with time. So imagine spending 3 weeks. I will give you what you requested for. You just want to learn this. So imagine telling you now, I said, Jimmy, I'm coming to your office. I'm going to spend 5 years with you. So you know I'm be there for a very long time. While I'm there, I'll be a stakeholder. Whatever money I make to be your money. Whatever business I bring to be your business, I will learn. I will know your customer. I will know your network. I will know your vendors. I will gain your credibility. There will be times I will represent you in a talk show. There will be time I will present you at the clients. There will be time I will do a lot of stuff. So this time, if I'm leaving you, you are already family after 5 years. I know you won't hurt me. So imagine I have a business deal to produce a particular quantity of product. I know I won't be able to do it. I can easily call you because I trust you. So we are talking about training now. We're not talking about a business model system only gotten when there's a shared value, when there's a common, okay? And I know you have me at heart. I know you're not going to hurt me. I'll give you my truth. That's where let me not lie. These things don't come in 3 months. These things don't come in 3 months. Trust and business model are only released based on trust. There's a book by Stephen Covey. It says Speed of Trust. So there are things you never get. So we have even as kids, we have our favorite parents. Our parents have favorite kids. If you check those ones, they have the trade secret. We are all bettered by them. But there are people that I know some things about my mom that some of my siblings don't. I know some things about my dad that some of my siblings don't. It's not by right, the privilege. There are things you get by right, there are things you get by relationship. There are things revelation will never give you that relationship will give you. Time. Just as you say, time heals. So relationship only produces what we call. So let me give you an instance. Money points. Money point is like people that made money point came out from InterSwitch. Okay, so if you check money points cards, it's around Verve card and what have you. Verve card is produced by InterSwitch. You get me? But there are level of relationship it has that interest rate can put their weight on money points. Okay, this kind of relationship cannot be gotten by an intern. Because you have a fantastic idea doesn't mean I'll support you. It came as a result of working together for years, you adding value to that particular company. That's why there will be collaboration. So collaboration only happens when there's trust. So I still stand. Baby vetted must observe 9 months, either as surrogates or owners, either 7 months, then incubated for 2 months. But you must respect the principle. Timing is key. We need to spend more time learning trades. I don't know what kind of money you want to make, that you just want to jump and in 3 weeks because you have the finance. Maybe you have an uncle that wants to patronize you and you just want to go and start up your own business. So we should not be subjective, we should be objective. If you are here, that's why in universities you spend 4 years. Not that you can't run a course, they are building your character. That's why they'll fix lectures at odd hours. They are building your relationship with people. They tell you to do group assignments. Not that they are fools. So when I was in a particular organization and we're in manager's retreat, and I was good. I came out first, joined first, and so we had to form groups. Like group of 5. And you know what they did? They picked the strongest and the weakest. So they will ask the strongest question plus 1. They will answer the weakest question. So if in case they fail, they will be -1. So whatever affects the weakest affects the strongest. So that's weakness, right? Collaboration, ability to know people's strengths, ability to know the weakest link, and there's what we call synergy, where your weakness becomes your strength becomes your weakness. It's called synergy. So people need to understand that life is not perfect, and life is not fast food, and God is not your errand boy. If you don't understand, if you don't follow the principle of life, you will fail. So imagine there are some bosses that they relocate to their hometown, maybe they retire, they will call their almoshare to come and inherit their former shops. Yeah. So let me give you a story before you jump in. There's this a lawyer, he wants to retire. So this young lawyer just out of school wants to start practicing. He said, please give me your network. Since you are retiring, you will be in active service. The almost retired lawyer didn't even answer him. So one of the last day at work, he took this particular lawyer, this young lawyer, across the street, the office street. Like they went miles and miles and they came back. So the next day, the retired lawyer is retired already, and people keep tripping to visit the new lawyer, the newbie that has no experience. And he was shocked, like, what happened? I never made ads. I didn't talk to anybody. This guy refused to give me contact because he was angry. He didn't give me contact. He didn't introduce me to anybody. I was just angry. And he asked one of the clients that came in and said, what happened? Why did you come? I'm not an experienced lawyer. This man is retired. He said, no, we saw you working with him. So the people you associate yourself with, credibility is the word. Credibility is the word. So if you want to collaborate with your boss, can your boss recommend you to someone? I doubt that. So imagine learning for 3 weeks. Can your boss, truth be told, can your boss recommend you to their best?
No, they can't.
Because she has not even trusted you. She has not even tested you. It's just at the skill level. 3 weeks is not enough. 1 month, 2 months, 1 year is even not enough. You need like 3 years, 2 years. Why are the universities not reducing their years, 4 years course? So sorry, there are some private universities without scribe. You see, they round up school in 3 years. It's fantastic. I'm not against that. But sometimes when they face real pressure at work, they break down. You get it. So sometimes fast is not good enough. Sometimes you need to understand life principle, take it slow, and that's the best.
So you thank you so much. You've actually spoken so much on the mistakes we are making in this industry. And I mentioned something earlier. I said, if it's lonely at the top, as a leader, it means you're not doing something right. And I think you've also spoken on that. We need to build our relationship with our interns. We need to we need to collaborate with their experience and efforts, and help ourselves to sharpen each other so that we can grow in ways that we didn't think we could, even better. So my next question is very simple. You know, they say leaders are made, not born, and that we are supposed to study the grades. And I mentioned something earlier, as leaders in the craftsmanship business, most of us didn't have leaders per se to say, okay, these are good. Most of us learned from YouTube, Pinterest, like that, and pash here and there. Now, how do we assess the grades? How do we learn from the grades when there is no grades? Like, do you get the question? As a leader now, I want to learn from grades, and my grades is in China or is in what's this place? Italy. I can't go there. I can't afford it at the moment. I can't go there, but I can't afford it at the moment. So how do I learn from such? They don't even know me. So how do I learn from such people? How do I make my voice heard to be seen, even if I'm not close to the person? Help us, sir.
All right. I'll use myself as a perfect example. So when I came into Lagos a few years back, I was I was looking for a job, just a placement. I'm good with public speaking, and so I met a particular person just to admit me. So I went for an interview with him. Okay, okay, I'll take you. Do you have this? Do you have that? And so I couldn't make that job because I got another job that because I was willing to do the job for free. So I got another job that would pay me. So I need to settle down in Lagos. So fast forward 3 years, and this same person chatted me up. So don't misunderstand the scenario. I chatted the person first, but after 2 3 years, the person chatted me up and said, "Okay, I want to hire you. How much is your pay?" I told the person, "This is what I want to collect." No, 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 no. Okay, so I'll put you in my next payroll, maybe 2024, we'll bring you on and what have you. And it's just a consultancy role. So what has happened with me in 3 years? I don't know. Okay, so and I will tell you, I don't have a direct mentor. Okay, that's around this line. What I've done is, if this route is not going, if I'm not having a direct mentor, let me work on whatever they will need, build on the credibilities they will need, and so you don't just because you don't have contact. This, in fact, there was someone I was following. I started following from LinkedIn. We now migrated physical. We saw physical. We met on till tomorrow. He's not still giving me the attention I deserve, you know, right? But whatever he posts on Instagram or LinkedIn, I read. Whatever that is mentorship. Mentorship doesn't have to be direct. Mentorship is doing what your mentor asks you to do. That is the perfect sense of mentorship. So if somebody say don't do this and you practice it, that is mentorship. So if peradventure so your question said what would I say, to learn, Abby. So if you can't learn directly under a mentor, you can practice under. You say there's no grade. There's no grade, so there's no body in line of a business, but you can practice around your business. So what I do now is premium. I'm not being consulting where I can talk, I can write, and what have you. So what I do, I just offer my services for free without no supervision from anybody. So if I fail, I'll go to their book, I'll go to their audio and say, okay, this is why I failed, I'll correct. So when you're doing freemium, you're offering your service for free, you build room for mistakes. Nobody calls you for making mistakes. You're doing it for free. You learn from it. But our generation now, they want money for everything without even giving value. Okay. So let's assume you learn carpentry and there's no direct person to do carpentry with. You can go to a school, start teaching kids how to learn. So the best part to even learn is to teach. Offer your service for free. Try to do some particular thing. Even in your religious organization, you can try to build a particular table. Just so if you are not learning under a direct mentor, you should practice what they even say. So sometimes sometimes people that are even under their direct mentor are not even practicing. So I've grown by practicing. I've grown by application. So you can't tell me there's no grade. You get maybe it's like you're looking for a life partner. You say there's what they call the good will, the acceptable will, and the perfect will. So if there's no perfect will, there should be acceptable. If there's no acceptable, there should be a good will. There's something that looks closer. There's something that looks closer to what you want. So start it. So just start. So give your services for free. Go out there. Like me, I've been writing. I'm writing my 5th book. I have like 4 manuscripts. I've not have best-selling. I'm not a best-selling author. You get, and some of them I've never published. That doesn't stop me from writing. I keep writing. But a time will come that one of my books will expose other books. So don't stop. Don't stop practicing. Don't stop doing. Whether you are under supervision, whether you are seen, whether you are not seen, keep building. Keep practicing. There was something you're writing, they posted on their Instagram that you want to practice it. Fail. Do it for free. Look for people you can barb their hair. Look for people you can do slippers for. Do it for free. It might not be the best quality. Keep practicing. Read what they post. Practice. Read what they post. Practice. So you know this one I say I can work under no supervision. It begins with now. So one of the things of character is ability to ability to do when nobody's seeing you. Okay, ability to practice, ability to whatever you're doing when you're not under supervision, when you're not under pressure. That's when your best comes out. But our generation don't want to do things they are not supervised. They want to post on social media and they want to have 1,000 impressions. And you're not having 1,000 impressions. You're already. Do you know what we've been through for years that we've been writing? Nobody have read your book, and you're happy. I think I'm one of the most fulfilled person. You get. So tomorrow I'll be working for a consulting firm and I say I just started yesterday. No. So people nowadays, okay, people adopt you based on your value, not based on your noise. So some of these people that are saying they want mentorship, there's no grit anywhere. These people that are looking for great people, they don't even have anything to offer. They just want fame. Do you know I'm with this person? I know this person. I know they're just using it as a trophy. I know this person. They are going to drop it. Yeah, you are not using the person for anything. Okay, so there are greats everywhere, but people don't want the pain of being great. I'm telling you, they just want trophy. They'll be tagging you on Instagram. That's what they want. They are appearing in their videos. That's what they want. They don't want the pain at all. They don't want to go through anything at all. So they are great, my dear. They just want soft grades. I'm telling you, there are things I will do now. The best in the industry will notice me, but it will take years. It will take time. It's not just fast food. It will take time. Bible says time and chance happening to them all. Okay, so you must incorporate the place of time. There are people KFC at what age? 60 something. That's when it got noticed. So imagine some people who might be at 23. The pressure is too much on people. People just want to be popular instead of doing the proper thing. You see people that are popular now, they can't even defend their popularity. That's what I'm saying. Maybe you sang a song, the song became trendy. Oh yeah, produce another song. Empty. So people want to be popular. They don't want to do the proper thing. So I want everybody to go and do your homework. Leave popularity alone. It will come. It's a gift. Leave trending alone. It will come. It's a gift. Do the proper things first. That's all I have to say. So stop looking for one grade somewhere. Why are you looking for the grade?
So you've actually answered the question perfectly, and you also answered another question while answering that question. You answered the question I had on leading yourself. So I realized that most times we are so caught up in trying to lead others, we forget that the first person to lead is yourself. If you can lead yourself perfectly, other people will join you later. Like, let others be, lead yourself. John C. Maxwell also says something. He said the toughest person to lead is actually yourself. Once you can finance leading yourself, there's nobody you can't lead. So you've answered that, because if in the dark room, behind the closets, behind the doors, you're doing the right thing. You're actually leading yourself. When nobody is watching, you're doing the right thing. You're leading yourself. By the time the door gets open, you won't have to act. You won't have to pretend. All you have to do is just show yourself, give yourself, and then people see the true substance. But if you're so focused on the stardom and you forget when it's dark, then it becomes something else. You tend to stumble when you're not supposed to stumble. You tend to fall when you're not supposed to fall, when you could have actually overcome such situations. So thank you for that. Now I want to ask this last question, which is, what is reality and how do we define it? Let me make simplify it. You see, as a leader and also as a follower, you realize that sometimes we lie to ourselves. We tend to live a life telling ourselves lies and not being true to ourselves. We tend to overhype ourselves, and we don't use the same scale for others. When it comes to others, we are very clear. But when it comes to us, we give excuses. So how do you as a person define reality in the true form? How do you define it? How can you say this is my reality? How can you help us now to say that, okay, this is what you're supposed to do? If you really want to define reality, this is how the steps to take. And let me quickly say this so that you will end everything together. You mentioned something about principles. You said life may have changed, a lot of things, times may have changed, but principles will always remain. I would like you to give a few principles that you feel like we may overlook as leaders and is very key. So I would also like you to give us those principles. Thank you.
All right. So let me start with the last question, and I will talk about the realities. So one of the principles that hasn't changed is I've worked on that, the principle of relationship. So this age, everybody, you see the people using their word. My mental health is key. Um, I need my space, and so you see that God is sending you to people or sending people to you. Without, you can't do without people, and we must learn to manage people, but that's where your prosperity lies. You see, this time around, we have invisible viewing on WhatsApp. We have privacy. We have, as fantastic as you have disappearing message, as fantastic as nobody wants to be held accountable. I said something yesterday, it has disappeared in 24 hours. So, relationship, commitment. People are scared of commitment. Yes. You see people with multiple visions. Somebody is into tech tomorrow because fintech is giving money. Tomorrow they are doing POS. POS is not giving money. They are into betting. You get, so number one principle is consistency. Number one, the second one, commitment. People don't even have vision again. People have competition. So because Bello is doing something, I want to do it. Bello is into fintech. He has money. I want to go into fintech. People lack vision. People lack vision. And Miles Morrow says, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. You get. So I'll go back to relationship. So people want people that always tell them yes people. As I see someone, an average kid in the West, will sue their parents for saying no to them. You get, that is error. So we want to add yes people in our life. People that will say, you say, oh, I want to go to this. You say, it's fantastic, good idea. Nobody want to tell you no. So you now create an association of yes people. That's the people that see your WhatsApp status. That is the people that you keep with, because they don't criticize you. They don't criticize your work. Whatever you do is a yes people. So our generation is a yes generation. They only move with people that pamper their ego, people that color their errors. need, if you want to go far, you meet series of mad people, and your ability to manage them is key. In fact, most of my best result I've gotten in this space is gotten from some people. They are not leadable. Some people, you need to understand them, then channel them to do whatever I want to do. But our generation is just one yes people. So if you want to go far, one of the principles is you must learn to manage all kind of people: the naysayers, the yes-sayers, the neither nor people. Then learn to sit down. You don't want to sit down. I remember when we were preparing for exams, you can sit down for 8 hours. Learn to sit down. All these short-term goal will not help you. Sit down and learn. If you sit down and learn, commitment, that is dedication, hard work. People say hard work is not good. Let's do smart work. You want everything quick. That's why people are doing makeup. You want to go and learn makeup. People are doing makeup is not giving money again. You want to go and learn gele. Gele is not doing this thing. You want to go and learn how to make shoe. You want to go and do this one. Sit down in one place and learn. Sit down. There's no, I see they're just biting you. You know, this short reel has affected people. You go to TikTok, one 30 seconds. They think life is like that. As I have 30 seconds relationship, you just go, I'm no longer interested. You have moved on. Then we see people that will not resume office, and they just 1 week. They'll tell you, you say why? They say their mental health. And these same people will come up and be sending you 2K, urgent 2K. You know what I'm saying? Sit down. Sit down. You know, this one, they say quick flight, 30 minutes flight is even causing problem in this generation. Those days, you stay 12 hours in the bus. But before you get to your next destination, your brain has reset. You know that you have gone to a destination. Not this one, 30 minutes, you're in your destination. You even know whether you're in Lagos or in Kano. So please, hard work. There's no substitute for hard work. Read. If you look behind me, I still buy books. I still listen to audio. Read. Sit down. This sitting down thing is underrated. You see now everywhere, nobody's original. Copy and paste. You just go to social media, you see what you see in this social media, that's what you see. Nobody wants to develop anything. You just want to keep reposting. If I'm to do social media, I'll not put repost. Don't repost anything. Do your own. You get what I'm saying? So those are the principles. Then your first question is, let me get, pardon?
Reality.
Oh, so reality. I think reality still stands around principles. I don't, as a leader, I do as I say. I tell you to do as I do, not do as I say. So we have people on Instagram that tell you to do as they say, not do as they do. It's fake. I get it. So the reality is principles. So I want to be great. What must I do? We need to start telling ourselves the truth. What am I doing wrong? What is this person doing that I'm not doing? How can I start doing it? That's the only reality I can think about. So I went visiting someone in an exclusive estate, and after I left, the person called and said, "You are not even wild. Have you seen this kind of environment before?" I said, "No, it's just time. I'm building towards that environment, and it will happen. So I'm not under pressure." You get what I'm saying? So principles. I'm doing this. 1 + 1 will always give you 2. But the crazy people will tell you 1 + 1 is 3. They are trying to affect your mindset, trying to tell you you can be flexible, but it's affecting your life. No, if you do not work hard, forget, you might inherit your father's money. A very fantastic money might land on your lap, but I promise you, you're going to lose those for money. Some people say, I just live for 10 hours. I just work for 2 hours, and the money comes. Is that somebody that has worked for that money, or the money is coming through somebody? But I assure you, it won't last forever. So principle is principle. You must tell yourself the truth. And let go of these short gains, short win. You did one thing, you cash out 20,000. You think that is it sustainable? So when I was growing up, I don't buy clothes. I buy books. I buy books. So one day we're in a meeting and someone said, so they want to come up with an uncle, actually. And somebody said, Makinwa will not buy now, we'll go and buy books. But 10, 15 years after, the difference is clear. I've written books, they've not written books. I have books, I've worked in places they've not worked in before. So right from time, I know what I want. And it's working. It might just take time. Then they dress, they keep hair, they make their fingers, their shoes. I don't think I've even started buying the kind of shoes they wore then. I used to wear big clothes. Looks like now I can get the clothes I want for myself. But some people, you can't even talk to them for 5 minutes. They don't have content. Apart from saying things on social media, they have nothing to say. Are you getting me? So they must learn to sit down, understand principles, tell themselves the truth. Stop following trends. Trend don't last more than 2-3 weeks. It's gone. Even election, just 8 years, stop most. So let them sit down. Tell them, if going to school will give you liberty, please sit down and go to school. If learning a trade, going for apprenticeship for 2 years will give you. I've worn uniform before. When I'm a first class material, I wore uniform, collect 75,000 or 69,000 naira to work in this same Lagos. Not that I don't know what I want. I know where I'm going to. It's a process. It's a process. You need to tell yourself the truth. You see, people, they know the only way they can prosper, breakthrough is going to school. And they'll keep telling themselves lies that Bill Gates didn't go to school. System delivered Bill Gates. Do you know who Bill Gates' mother is? So let's stop lying. The thing is, they know this, but they are in denial mood. They know these things, they know this principle, but they are denying themselves. They just deny themselves that I can make it other ways. They say there's option, there's 67 ways to make it in life. I'm telling you, as much as 67 ways to make it in life, there are 100 ways to die. So principle doesn't die. Principles. Follow this principle. Follow it all. Follow it all. I have 5 manuscripts. I'm not making noise to publish them. I know there's a time that will come. I don't even have to publish any of this. But some people, you just say, I want to start writing book like you. Do you know how long I've been writing that nobody knows about me? Do you know when I decided to start publishing? Do you know how many books I've read, I've bought? I buy books for 25,001. Can you sacrifice that? I want to be like me. Is it magic? That's why I see people that are saying everywhere. Somebody want to talk like one professor, want to talk like one. It's good. It's bad. They say, I'm talking, don't you see I'm talking like this person? That's nonsense. When will you be original? We have same people everywhere, imitation everywhere. No substance. You can never hear me talk like anybody. Not that I don't respect them, I respect them. Not that I don't follow them, I follow them. But I understand the place of digging deep. Then until you dig deep, you can. So let's stop lying to ourselves. Comfort is not a sign of prosperity. Comfort that you're comfortable doesn't mean you are progressing. I'm telling you. Some people say, the job is giving me comfort. That doesn't mean you are making progress. Do you know what progress is? Bicycle. Do you know bicycle? I love the scenario for bicycle. You are not. You have to keep balance and keep riding. That is progress. So comfort. Are you comfortable on bicycle when you are driving bicycle? When you are riding a bicycle, are you comfortable?
Not really.
Are you making progress?
Yes.
So stop looking for comfort. Seek progress. Seek progress. If you are working in a particular place, they are paying you 10 million, and the day you wake up in the morning and say, I'm comfortable, I don't want to live there. That is the enemy. So comfort is not progress. Comfort is not progress. So people are looking for comfort. The moment they have an iPhone, they have data, they have a very good environment in their house, they are driving one car, they feel they are making progress. My dear, that's not progress. That is comfort. Comfort doesn't equal progress. And in case you are hearing me on on this life. Yeah, you're enjoying your father's money. I think you are comfortable. I'm telling you, you're not making progress. If you can keep your father's wealth after 20 years after he's gone, then come and shake me here, and I'll congratulate you. Now you're still enjoying you don't even have half of the contact your father is in. If your father gives you the contact, can you even undo them? That's when you off your phone and say, I love my peace of mind. But somebody is telling your father that your father is stupid, and your father will call them the next day and say, I'm very sorry. Can you continue the business? But you cannot even take you are stupid. That's the relationship. We are not even telling ourselves the truth. Say my space, my mental health is key. Or go and be begging now. Maybe that's what you want. Mental health. Anybody that offends you is mental health problem. Continue.
Oh my God. Okay. On this note, I hope Makiwa has not disturbed anybody's mental health here. But
I mental health. But if your mental health is not making you progress, you have to check it out. I know some bosses can be abusive. I know that. Okay. When it's going to the extreme. But when the simple things trying to tell you to come to work early, you are telling someone that is affecting your mental work. Somebody trying to tell you to work extra 1 hour, you are telling them is mental. People are trying to correct you. It's mental health. Is that mental health that will, when your retirement age, you see mental health to come and help you?
actually, let me close with this. I was reading a book this afternoon on Justin Maxwell, and he said something. He said, for leaders, criticism is like our food. And it doesn't mean that when people criticize you, you jump for joy. You are still human. You can get angry. You can get sad. But after the anger subsides, what do you do? Do you check the critic? Do you weigh the words? Is it true? Is there something I can change? Is there something I can do? Is this person telling me what is right? Who is talking to me? Did the person mean well? I think those are the things that we need to understand as leaders and also as followers. People, if you don't want to be criticized, it means you are not going anywhere and you're not doing anything. It means you're invisible. As long as you're visible, you're going to be criticized. And criticism is not necessarily a bad thing. It's something that you should embrace. It's a good thing. Now it may hurt, it should, because nobody likes to be criticized, actually. Nobody does. But after your emotions have subsided, after you have relaxed, it has cooled, always go back. Ask questions. I think that's how to check your reality. Always question your reality. You're not all in all. And your world is not the world. The world is bigger than your world. So always question your reality. Learn to unlearn, learn to relearn, and learn to learn more. Learn more. What you learned yesterday may not be the truth of today. So always question that. Ask yourself, okay, is there sense in this? Can I apply this to my life? Can I do this? Can I do that? And I'm so glad that you've touched a lot of areas. My book is full. My book is full. So I'm happy. I don't think anybody has any questions. So I'm going to leave like a minute to see if anyone has questions. Please, if you have any question, kindly ask right now because we're about to close. So I'm so happy. I'm glad you actually touched all those areas. Some of the things I learned is comfort is not a sign of prosperity. It's not a sign of progress. That you're comfortable doesn't mean you're progressing. And most times when you're progressing, you're not comfortable. You are stretching, you're straining. There are prices you're paying that you wish you would rather not pay, but because you know where you're going, you have to pay. So most times when you're progressing, it means you're actually paying a price, whether emotionally, whether financially, whether mentally. So I learned that today. Another thing I learned is the principle of staying put. Stay one place, sit down one place. Stop jumping. Stop jumping from one place to another. It's not necessary. There would always be gold somewhere else. Somebody will find gold that is not found. Does that mean you now leave your field and go to that field because somebody has found gold? Ask yourself such questions. Where you are you sure there is gold there? If you are sure there is gold there, stick to it. Don't jump. Don't say, oh, this person found gold, I'm going to go to that. Because the person that found gold, you can't find the gold the person found again. No. That gold is already the person's own. So you have to find your own gold. Let's learn to also focus on what we are looking for. Another thing I learned is doing things behind closed doors. Train yourself. Walk the walk. Nobody has to watch you. Nobody has to see you. Walk the walk. The talk that you want to be talking outside, walk it first. Then you can now talk it. Do your stuff. If you're writing books, you don't have to publish to write books. Write your books. When it's time to publish, you publish. They say when opportunity actually meets the opportunity meets progress or what? What's that? Preparation. Yes, it means you've been preparing before opportunity will meet you. You don't see opportunity and then start preparing for the opportunity. It won't be for you. So you have to be preparing before the opportunity comes. Then I learned you grow by practice and you learn by teaching. So if you can't see where you can learn from the great, learn by teaching. Then you become the great. So learn, practice. Every expert was once an amateur, and every expert is still an amateur. It means that, and even if you're an expert in cooking, you may not be an expert in washing. So make sure that whatever you want to be an expert in, start practicing in it, and you can learn by also teaching it. That way you get more knowledge and you correct the mistakes along the way, especially if it's given for free. I remember you said that, especially if it's given for free, nobody can really hold you and say, why did you do this? It's free. So you can learn also by doing that. Another thing I learned today is freedom is the ability to do the required in a particular field. So freedom is not just, oh, I'm free to do anything. No, there's still restriction to freedom. So freedom is the ability to do the required in a particular space. Then I learned that the process, the time may have changed, but the process has not changed. The mother that is giving birth is still 9 months. If it's before 9 months, there is a challenge. The child still has to go through incubator or one other thing or something, but there is a challenge. So you have to stay the process. Do your process. Go through it. Process is also growth. Process is growth. So go through your process. Everybody has to process. That's what makes us original. But if you copy, then you're not going through your process. So go through your process. I learned a new word. I learned red ocean. It's a new word I learned, red ocean, which is an existing market, but it means that there is no instructive, that means everybody replicates everyone. Like you do, there's no new event like that. Am I right? Am I right here? So, so red ocean, I learned red ocean. So my market is basically red ocean. At least now with that knowledge, it's easier to walk around it, because when you think your market is like every other person's market, there is a challenge. You start using the wrong principles where you shouldn't. The last but not the least is popular is not necessarily doing the proper thing. So the fact that you are popular doesn't mean you are doing the proper thing. And it's dangerous to be popular and not doing the proper thing. So it's best to focus on doing the proper thing. Then if fame meets you there, it's fine. If fame doesn't meet you there, it's fine. As long as you're doing the proper thing. Influence is actually having to influence one person, and that one person can be yourself before you start influencing the world. So thank you so much, Mr. Makinwa, for the small details in the leadership of craftsmanship. I am wowed. I'm very sure this will be the last time. hopefully the next one we have, you will be able to connect on time.
No problem. Sorry about that.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad for this, and I hope everyone got something, and I'm sure everyone that's has logged in have learned one or two things, if not three. Thank you so much, and
I think I didn't give that a lot.
you are
I have a last word. I have a last
please.
word. Last final word. So since this is a red ocean craftsmanship, your boss is teaching you already what you already know, he or she knows. So it's good for you to learn collaboration. You can stay with your boss for 5 years. You can sign up contract and say, okay, I will be in your office, bring in the customer, I'll do the work. So collaboration is key. Okay. And when you are leaving, definitely she's going to speak for you. Like, okay, one of my person is leaving, please give them job. Whenever she has job, she send them your way, okay? And trying to work around your family. So the best way you can do around craftsmanship is to do stuff for your family. You can sew for them, make shoes for them, your close friends, your peers, your religious organization. Make sure you advertise. There's place for visibility. So visibility is different from popularity.
Yeah.
Okay, visibility is the ability to tell what you have, but popularity is just tell who you are. Okay, people just want to say they are, they just want to hear, but they are not actually telling what they have. So don't mistake the word. What the popularity I'm talking about here is just you have nothing, you just want to be popular, you want to be famous. I'm not saying you should not be visible. So as much as you can, make noise, show things you have out there, be visible, let people know you can do a particular stuff. So in this, you're not just pursuing fame, you're pursuing prosperity. Okay, so I'm not just saying pampering your ego, I'm saying telling people I have this thing, come and buy, not just I am this person, or I come and do this thing. You know, there are some services that are around, there are some products that are around services, I understand that. But you must know the difference between publicity and popularity and visibility. One, you are selling value. One, you just want your ego to become pampered. Okay, so let's know the difference. Okay, not just making noise. Okay, make news. That's visibility. Go on social media if you have to share what you have. Make sure you are good at it. Make sure somebody put a word to you and what have you. So target visibility is key, not just popularity. Okay? I think that is settled. Because some people say, David said we should stay at home, we should not make noise. I don't do that. Say visibility. Make sure you are, make sure people know what you are doing. And your aim here is to sell value, not just say, I saw you on social media, I'm trending. Not that kind of one. If you are trending based on values you are sharing, fantastic. Okay. So that's what I have.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Have a great night. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone that joined us. Crown Pet Glam. I see you. Oluwa Losheto. I also see you. Who else joined? I think I saw, okay, yes, Reed Leroy, Folishaw, Iton Imagari, Ames,
Um,
Ames Odekwa.
Margarita is actually my classmate.
Yes,
Together.
Bernice, Shalom Obosta. I think I am Steven also. So thank you so much, everyone. I couldn't call everyone's name. And thank you so much, Mr. Makinwa, for honoring these chats. And as I said earlier, I hope this won't be the last of it. I know that we're going to do more and greater works in Jesus' name. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye. Bye.